Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Laura and Kevin head to Africa to save Lucky. Laura and Kevin are off to Africa to save Lucky, and Ava realizes Sonny was right about Kate's. Today on General Hospital, Anna wants Jack to find Valentine and Charlotte to save Lulu's life. Tracy offers to help Laura rescue Lucky, and Christina calls Jason to take care of Kate's and Ava. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. In a motel somewhere, Ava tells Kate's that she knows he's headed back to Port Charles, but when will he return? She doesn't feel safe without him. He says she'll be fine, and Agent Boyle is here to watch over her. The female agent enters the room. He promises her that if everything works, she can return to Port Charles and Avery, and they will be safe from Sonny forever. He asks her to stay patient and trust her, as everything is going according to plan. He says he'll see her soon and leaves with his luggage. Ava's left alone with Agent Boyle. She makes small talk with Boyle and comments on her shoes, which are chic and very expensive. The agent asks how she's doing and if she could use something to eat or drink. Ava says that depends, and asks how long they will be here. Boyle doesn't think it will be long if it goes Kate's way. When Boyle removes her jacket, Ava admires her gun, which she knows is not a standard issue for an FBI agent. Boyle says female agents get their choice of weapons these days. Ava asks for a coffee, so Boyle exits to get it. Once left alone, Ava searches Boyle's bag to find out who Agent Boyle really is. Ava notes some expensive glasses in her bag, ones a government salary can't afford. She finds a burner phone and a wad of cash, and realizes something isn't right. Ava thinks back to Sonny warning her that Kate's was going to kill her to frame him. Ava returns the bag and tries to sneak out, only to be caught by the agent. At Alex's place, Alexis fills Sonny in on the events at the funeral. Christina comes down and asks what her dad is doing here. She sits with them, and Christina wishes she had never gone over to see Ava, as maybe she'd be holding her baby right now. Sonny says she couldn't have known what would happen, but Christina says Molly blames her for putting protecting her father over her baby. Alexis says Molly is lashing out and looking for someone to blame. Christina knows Molly also thinks she was going to steal her baby, but that baby was hers, and a part of her died when they lowered her into the ground. Christina says every time she sleeps, she dreams of Adela. She tells her father that's what she would have named her, and Sonny is touched because it's his mother's name. Christina says when she wakes up, she remembers she's gone, and it's like a knife in her heart, and she can't breathe. That's why she's trying not to sleep. Suddenly, there's banging on the door. Alexis answers it, and it's Kate's. He says he has more questions for Christina. Christina thinks she should get this over with, but Alexis forbids it. Sonny knows Kate's really wants to talk to him, so tells him to come to his office tomorrow. Kate's tells him that he doesn't get to pick the place. Kate's orders Sonny to meet him at the Port Charles Grill in 20 minutes, or he will take Christina into custody. Kate's leaves, and Christina tells her father he can't do this as Kate's is trying to trap him. Sonny says he knows how to handle Jagger. Sonny departs, and Alexis gets a call from the hospital that there is an issue with Christina's insurance. She tells Christina she needs to handle this, and when she gets back, they'll have a snack and watch a harmless movie. Alone, Christina calls someone for help and asks them to come over. Jason soon arrives, and she fills him in on Kate's latest visit. She knows Kate's is working with Ava, who is lying about what is happening. Jason tells her not to react to Kate's threats, as he wants her to make a mistake or say something he can use against her. Christina asks Jason to help her stop Kate's, and make Ava pay for what she's done. Jason tells Christina this isn't her fight. This is about Kate's coming after Sonny, and he's just using Ava like he's using her. Jason promises that something will be done about Kate's, but he can't tell her what. Sonny meets with Kate's at the Port Charles Grill. Kate's says Christina isn't looking well and likely won't make it through a trial, let alone a 20-year sentence. Sonny agrees. Kate says that's why Sonny will make all of his daughter's problems disappear. Sonny asks how he's supposed to do that. Kate orders Sonny to confess to all his crimes, including grooming Karen to become a stripper. Sonny tells Kate he's putting a lot of faith in Ava's confession, and what if she gets a better offer and recants her statement? Kate says Ava will be in no position to recant ever. At the hospital, Anna runs into Tracy and notices she looks pale. Anna asks if she needs a doctor. Tracy cries that it is Lulu who is sick and needs a miracle. Tracy fills Anna in on what is happening, and that since Nicholas isn't a candidate, they have to find Lucky. That is unless there is another donor they are overlooking. Anna asks about the donation process, so Tracy explains the DNA logistics that aid in a match to Anna. Anna goes to see Portia about Lulu's condition. She has questions about the search for a donor. Portia explains the requirements of being a donor and that a close relative is usually the best match. Anna asks if a minor can be a donor. Portia says they prefer adults, but exceptional circumstances can allow for a minor. At Laura's, she tells Kevin that Nicholas isn't a match for Lulu, and she has several feelers out to try and find Lucky. She gets a call from Robert, who tells her that Lucky has been working with humanitarian efforts, saving doctors and getting them out of dangerous situations in Africa. The WSB believes he was last headed towards East Africa and a refugee camp, which is constantly moving and isolated. Robert wishes he had more for her. Laura thanks him and decides it's time to call in a favor. Laura drops by Brennan's office and tells him she needs his help. Laura fills him in on Lulu's situation and that she needs him to help her find her son Lucky. They sit down and Laura informs him in on her son's work and last known whereabouts, which makes it difficult to get in touch with him. She needs to bring him home to be a donor for Lulu and asks if Brennan can help her. Brennan says he'll do what he can, but finding him in that area of the world will be challenging. He explains the WSB isn't popular there, and his inquiries have to be made under the radar so as not to trigger a crisis. Laura isn't asking him to break a treaty just to give her daughter a chance. He says if it's in his power to help, then he will. Laura snaps that her family has done more of its fair share to help the WSB over the years, and it's time they repay that favor. She tells him good day and walks out. More. How will Sam exit General Hospital? Later, Tracy drops by Laura and Kevin's. She's there to help Lulu. She knows Laura is looking for Lucky, and she wants to offer her family's resources to help bring him home. Laura thanks her and says she's waiting to hear from Jack Brennan about Lucky as they speak. Anna storms into Brennan's office, and he asks what he can do for her. She wants him to stop playing games and tell her where Valentine is. He tells her again they currently don't know where he is. She tells him this isn't about Valentine but his daughter Charlotte. Brennan assumes this is about saving Lulu. Brennan gets a call, takes it, and tells the person to send him the information. After the call, Anna says if he knows Lulu is dying, then he knows Charlotte could save her life. Brennan tells her that phone call he just took was about saving Lulu. Back at Laura's, she gets a call from Brennan and puts him on speakerphone. Tracy and Kevin are still with her. Brennan says they have a location on Lucky, at least where he was a week ago. Laura asks if there is a way to get a message to him. Brennan notes communication is poor in that area, and their best chance is to send someone to get to Lucky and pass on a message. He says this is a dangerous part of the world, so this person needs to be prepared for the risks. After they get off the call, Tracy offers to pay for mercenaries, but Laura says she'll go herself. She has a contact at the agency that Lucky was working with. Tracy feels there are other people better equipped to do this and asks Kevin if he's okay with this. Kevin knows better than to try and talk Laura out of this, so he's going with her. Laura expected that and asks Tracy to look after Ace while she's away. Tracy is speechless and thinks he'd be better with family, such as Liz, whose son is Ace's cousin. Laura thought he'd be better off at the Quartermains, who have several nannies. Tracy agrees to let Ace stay at Monica's house. Tracy says to Kevin, "Let's go find Lucky." At Brennan's office, Anna still wants him to find Valentine, but he says he doesn't know where he is. Anna doesn't believe him, and when this plan to find Lucky fails, he'll have to face the fact that he cost an innocent woman her life to protect Valentine. Alexis drops in to see Portia at the hospital. They discuss Christina, and Alexis assumes Portia heard about the scene at the funeral. Portia did and knows Molly and Christina are in pain, but so is Alexis. She feels for Alexis being caught between her two girls. At the compound in Africa, a guard orders Isaiah and Lucky to get their things as they depart in 5 minutes. Lucky asks Isaiah if it worked, and he says it did. He played it like Lucky said to, and they are getting out of there. Isaiah says he told the boss, Sidwell, who was complaining about stomach pains, that he needs a whole battery of tests with equipment he doesn't have. Sidwell is sending him to get it, which is their chance to escape. The guard returns and tells Isaiah it's time to go, but stops Lucky from following him, saying he has to stay here. Isaiah argues he needs Lucky's protection, as they have to transport expensive equipment through dangerous regions. The guard is summoned over his radio and has to leave, but tells the doctor to be ready to go when he returns. Isaiah asks what they do now. Lucky offers him his gun and tells him to make it to his contact, who will get him out of Africa. Isaiah won't leave him behind, but Lucky says he needs to go, not just to save himself, but him as well. He tells Isaiah to contact the WSB to help him. They owe him a favor. Next on General Hospital, Violet asks Chase and Brooklyn when they will have a baby. Curtis catches Portia on the phone, checking on Heather. Willow tells Drew how sorry she is about something. They appear to be at a fundraiser. Dante lashes out at Carly for pretending she gives a damn about him and Lulu. Kate tells Christina she can make this all go away. Alexis warns Sonny that if he doesn't save her, then they'll lose her.